week in Utah, a white Christian got killed by a white Christian. And then the next day, HBCUs were under threat. Now, how did we get in it?
Why are y'all so angry? You have the White House, you have both houses of Congress, you have a Supreme Court that is completely obedient to your president. They're willing to give him unlimited power. They're willing to say that he can take SEAL Team 6 and kill anybody he wants. They were willing to affirm that. They're willing to say that ICE can racially profile anybody they want. The United States Supreme Court has said you can racially profile Latinos based on their accent or the way they look. You guys have everything you want. You have legal racial profiling. You've ended DEI. You've ended affirmative action. You get all the best jobs even if you're not qualified. You can be a Fox Weekend host and be the Defense Department's Secretary of Defense. You can be Kash Patel and be a podcaster who wants to go to Valhalla and run the FBI as long as you're conservative. You have everything. Why are y'all so angry? What the fuck are you angry about? You've banned all of our books. You've banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history. The people who are working for the federal government are afraid to say the word Black. You guys have canceled Black scholarships. You're damn near, I guess, ready to get rid of HBCUs. Donald Trump just recently said they're not going to fund any minority serving institution. Y'all have gotten rid of that. You've gotten rid of help for Black kids to go to college. What more do you want?
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America at half staff, calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land. And hearing people with selective rage who are mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home, tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life. I can abhor the violence that took your life, but I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live.
Yo, what's up family? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about how Black Americans are clapping back at white folks. And after all, this blame game that came up the following Charlie Kirk's tributes. Imagine guys, this is really weird. This is tragic. This is very hard to hear. And honestly, it shows up a bigger issue going on in America right now. Oh my God. Actually, guys, Kendry, let's get into it. I will be back right away.
Right before Charlie Kirk got popped, someone asked him, "Do you know how many mass shootings have happened in America in the past 10 years? He replied, "Counting or not counting gang violence." Then pop, he was about to shift the blame for mass shootings on us. And now for some reason, 8 historically Black colleges and universities are under threat. Campus lockdowns and all. All this because Charlie got popped in Utah, where the Black population is 1.2%? What is it about whiteness that y'all can never blame yourselves? How did you come to the conclusion that you are as sinless as Christ himself? And now they want to put a statue of little Charlie in the US Capitol. comparing him to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Do you know what school Lil Charlie went to? That would give him the authority to speak on religion, to speak on race, to speak on politics. No, you don't. Because Lil Charlie dropped out of Harper College in Chicago. His first claim to fame was stopping a price increase on cookies at his high school. You can't make this up. Then he wrote an article for Breitbart, alleging liberal bias in textbooks. That affirmative action him an appearance on Fox Business. This is your king? Because the only one I know is Dr. King. PhD in systematic theology from Boston University. The one who wrote 5 books, who electrified the masses, and didn't have to cut his speeches into clips to do so. See, what y'all not gonna do is conflate these two legacies. Because Dr. King challenged America to live up to the democracy it claimed to be. Lil Charlie, he just repeated fascism, Christian fundamentalism, without critical thinking, might I add, misogyny, really anything that got him paid. America, not only are we not your scapegoat, you really don't even deserve to live in our shadows.
So, why are they protesting and saying white men fight back? Wasn't the shooter a white man, a 22-year-old white man that they're saying is the shooter? So what exactly, who are they fighting? Themselves? No, like for real, like who are they fighting? They've been fighting all of us for years. I mean, they hate us. They hate all the minorities. They hate the gays. They hate Jews. They hate all of us. They hate Christians. They hate everybody. But who are they fighting back now? If they're saying that another one of them shot Charlie Kirk. And then why did the HBCUs have to be shut down and they couldn't go to class because they were getting threats? What does that have to do with black people? I'm trying to figure out how Charlie Kirk getting assassinated or murdered by another white man have to do with anybody at all, especially black people. Oh, are you mad because black people don't feel sympathy or empathy because he was killed? Is that what it is? Listen, there's people across the board that didn't feel no kind of way because he died. I'm not one of them people. I'm really not. As a believer, I don't celebrate death. But I do understand consequences to our actions, our words, our actions, things like that. Stuff happens. It is what it is. Did he deserve to die? No. But at the end of the day, what are these white men fighting back for? No, like seriously, who are they fighting? Because now it's more of a race war and it has nothing to do with us. They were looking for any excuse whatsoever to stir the pot. And now they're using the death of Charlie Kirk, who was shot by another white man, to now target us, minorities, women, whoever else they want to target that basically don't look like them. Welcome to America. Ain't nothing changed.
See, what we're not gonna fucking do is this. What we're not going to fucking do is compare these two individuals. There's literally nothing that they have in common. Try to find any excuse you can possibly find to say that Charlie Kirk, for whatever reason, was for the people. Okay? He was for his own opinions. Okay? He was for his own ego, and that ego got ahead of itself and jumped out of line when he realized he was too late. I'm just being realistic. Have you ever wondered why Malcolm, right, doesn't have a holiday, but Martin Luther does? And although Martin Luther was a great activist in himself, when he got out of line and started actually talking about another specific situation that's once again in the Middle East involving one specific fucking group like it always does. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because if you watched the Charlie Kirk show just a couple of nights ago, you could see that he was questioning the narrative while talking to Ben Shapiro. Out of everybody. And did you see Ben's face? Because we should all know who Ben is by now. But see, that's one of the mentors, right? That's one of the ones that you can't touch. There's a lot of people that were like that. I really thought Charlie was one of those individuals. But see, that's exactly what happens when you're young and you start talking about politics, and then you get to a point of where you have so much influence that you have no idea what to do with. Just like Harry and a couple of others, but then again, there's two sides to the same exact coin, okay? It involves both sides. And what happened to Charlie Kirk is the result of pure division. And I'm sorry, but one of those individuals in the photo deserves empathy. And I'm sure you're aware of which one that is. Charlie is literally an advocate for trying to convince people that empathy is this weakness, or empathy doesn't even fucking exist. Who says some shit like that? I mean, I can sit here with you and provide, I don't know, thousands of hours of evidence of why this man would receive some sort of karma. And I'm sorry, but he just doesn't deserve to be brought up in the same exact conversation.
So a white man unalives another white man. This is a case of white on white crime. And somehow there are bomb threats sent to HBCUs. How does this happen? Let me tell you how it happens. White folks look for any and every reason to blame any and everything on anyone non-white. How many times have these same individuals, when a young black person, a young brown person passes, when they're unalived unjustly, when they're abused, when any community that's non-white is abused and oppressed in this country, how many times have they looked down, oh, another one of them died? Oh, well, back to work. Who cares? How many times have they gaslit, trolled? How many times have they done this? But the moment it's them, all of a sudden they can't take it. Oh, you guys are making fun of his, you guys need to feel compassionate, empathetic. You guys need to care. He had a so what? Did he consider everybody else's family when he was disrespecting everybody else's community? We talking about a grade A piece of shit. I don't give a damn about you motherfucking, all you white folks on these social media apps talking about, oh man, I met him, he was a nice guy. Oh, well, he just liked to debate. Oh, well, it's just a conversation. Oh, well, it's okay. You didn't have to agree with everything. It's not about the fact that he debates. There is right and wrong. There is right and wrong. Everything that we say, black folks, Hispanic folks, Native Americans, everything that we say that sounds like disrespect to white people, it is in response to the disrespect that we have received since day one in this motherfucking corrupt ass country. The truth of the matter is, you white folks is hypocrites. You're contradictory hypocrites. You like to poke and prod the damn bear, and the moment it's you, now you complaining, now you're Karens. You're trying to find out, oh, well, he didn't feel empathetic towards his death, so now I'm gonna find a way to find out where he work and get him fired. Man, look, you are soft. All of you sitting up here, you mad because anybody non-white that don't feel empathetic or compassionate about this man's unaliving. Yeah, motherfucker, what the fuck you expect? He built an entire career off disrespecting people of color, off of disrespecting melanated people, being homophobic. Again, this is common sense. 1 + 1 still equal 2, right? There is right and wrong. You cannot dictate someone's response to your disrespect. That is where white folks fail over and over and over again. If you have not done nothing to me and I now come and disrespect you and smack you in your face, I cannot now then say, oh, well, you can't smack me back. You're wrong if you smack me back. This is why I think all you motherfucking moon demons, you motherfuckers is really remedial and slow and special educated, because it doesn't make sense how you can sit up here and take your tragedy, something you consider a tragedy, while I'm celebrating. You know, we smoking packs over here. We doing all of that. I don't care how you feel about it. Your tragedy, and then you turn it into a situation that it ain't. You're sending bomb threats to HBCUs for what? But okay, let's go there. If you have an HBCU in your city and you are black, brown, you are not a racist, you better do something. This is not the time for the kumbaya. This is not the time for the motherfucking cease and desist. This is not the time for you to just, well, I gotta go to work. No, fuck that. You better not sit up here and let black and brown people suffer for some white on white bullshit ass crime. I don't care if I have to make a video every fucking day. I don't care if I have to show up to every HBCU myself and drive to these motherfuckers. It better be you motherfuckers out there. We have to protect each other. Do you not see what's going on here? It is clear as day. They looking for a reason to put your ass back in chains. They looking for a reason to bring back slavery. They looking for a reason for all you non-racist white folks that claim to not be with the Klan and all that type of shit. Stop trying to convince us that you're not with the Klan. Go do something about the portion of your community that contributes to all this bullshit. Stop talking to us. I don't want to hear your 10,000 reasons as to why we should unite together with white folks. No, that has never done anything for us, but get us exactly where we are. More divided than we've ever been.
White men fight back. White men fight back. Here's what I don't understand. I'm looking at this rally where they're honoring Charles Kirk.
White men fight back! White men fight back! White men fight back!
I'm trying to understand that. White men fight back against what? Black people didn't have anything to do with this. White men fight back. First of all, what happened to him was horrible, but what does white men fight back mean? I think it was a white man that did this whole thing. So what are you saying, white men fight back? Time to blame black people for what? This shit happened in Utah. There were no black people around. I've been to Utah. Not a lot of black people there, so I don't know where they're getting this chant from. White men fight. You f***ing with black people. What did black people have anything to do with this Utah shit? All of a sudden you conjure up black people. It's always black people are in danger. HBCU campuses are closing because they didn't do a motherfucking thing. That makes no sense to me. We're in danger now because we didn't do nothing. We're always in danger. It's always black people. Black people this, black people that. We're minding our business. And there are actually black people that are mourning Charles Kirk. They're like, this is horrible, this is sad. They feel bad for his family, that he has 2 kids and a wife, and they had to see that. But all of a sudden it's white men fight back.
This one's for the Christians, If you're not a Christian, we love you, but this one's not for you. So Charlie Kirk has been murdered, and there's been a lot of discourse over the last day about it. And one thing that I want to add to the conversation as a Christian, as a therapist, is that we can hold multiple truths at one time. Let's take it from the top. Him being murdered was wrong. Anyone being murdered is wrong. We can hold that. Having compassion for a person's wife and their child because they were murdered is there. We can experience that. We can live that out. We can pray for them. Even reflecting on our own experience, what if it were me? We can live that out. And at the same time, we can hold the truth that a person communicated what is perceived as violent and extremely harmful speech and rhetoric towards populations of people. That some of the things as a black man that Charlie Kirk has said makes me less safe, makes my family less safe, makes people that I care about less safe. And so me personally, I have found that in this entire moment that I am neither hot nor cold, that I am numb and trying to figure out, how do I wade through these waters? And so how do I wade through them? I take it back to God. I take it back to God because he calls me to have compassion, but it's hard to have compassion. It's hard to be compassionate towards a person, an enemy.
Anyways, did you know that Charlie Kirk does his tributes right and out of now here? You see white folks trying to shift them blame, like always, pointing fingers instead of looking at the real issue. Imagine, guys, and the black Americans when weren't having it these times. They clapped back and had black response. Oh my God, what I'm seeing online is powerful. Exactly, and people saying, nah, you don't get to the right story, you don't get to put your mess on us. That's the energy, and it's not angel for nothing. And that's facts. Folks are tired, guys, of wearing the easy target every time. Sometimes goes long in this country. Oh no, this is very hard to hear. This is unbelievable, guys. Double standard. You notice the double standard, right? When it's a problem, blame black folks. And when it's a success, everybody wants to celebrate together. Oh my God, imagine. This is very, very, very interesting. That's the kind of stuff people are calling out now. And honestly, it needs to be said. Exactly. There is bigger picture. This isn't just about Charlie Kirk or his tribute. This is about how America keeps trying to gaslight black people immediately. And every time we come back louder, come back smarter and stronger. That's reality, guys. And clap back. That's not a just joke online. That's the sound of people saying, we are not taking it anymore. Oh, very, very, very nice to hear. Guys, here is my take. My take is very simple. Black Americans are tired of being blamed for things they didn't cause. Exactly. And when they speak up, it's not hate, it's truth. Exactly. If that truth makes people uncomfortable, maybe that's the point. Very, very, very understandable and very nice to hear. So this whole Charlie Kirk tribute moment, it backfired. I'm telling you guys, because instead of pushing blame, it just showed the world that black Americans aren't scared to stand up and say the truth. Guys, what's on your mind, guys? What do y'all think? Was this clapback overdue? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I wanna hear what y'all gotta say. Guys, thanks for watching, and remember to hit subscribe button. See you in the next video. Bye.